All right, PhysWell, the CrossFit Open 25.1 has just been announced. So we just watched it, we reviewed the rules and standards. So we'll make sure that you have access to that. But here's a quick summary of what the workout is. It is gonna be a 15-minute AMRAP, and it has a triplet, it has 3 movements. You're gonna have lateral burpees over the dumbbell. I'll go over that in just a second, followed by hang clean to overhead, shoulder overhead. And then you're gonna have 30-foot walking lunge, and that will be 15 out, 15 back. When you come into the gym, the floor will be laid out. That's most conducive for running heats and performing this workout. So a couple of things on the standard. For the lateral burpees, recommendation, and I don't have a lot of tips because I haven't fully processed the workout just yet, but you wanna make sure, number one, we'll talk about how to start and everything, but to perform the burpee, make sure the chest is down on the ground. So you can't really see my PhysWell logo. Typically what we see in a burpee is the rib cage hits, but the chest is up. We wanna make sure that chest is touching. To go over the dumbbell, you must go over the top, and if I'm looking at the rules, it has to be a jump over the dumbbell. It cannot be a step over. So step overs are a no rep in the RX category. The other thing is you cannot hop behind, and nor can you hop in front. It has to be definitively over the top of the dumbbell. That's pretty much, if you do make contact, so let's say you do the hop and you contact at any point, that will be constituted as a no rep. So you gotta complete the hop over appropriately. I'll make sure that when we go over the briefing that we answer any questions you may have. For the dumbbell clean to overhead, shoulder overhead, it has to definitively make a stop for a moment in time at the shoulders before it proceeds into the overhead position, so no snatching the dumbbell. A couple of things to watch out for. If I review this correctly, you can take that first one from the ground and take it up overhead, but all subsequent ones, the dumbbell must, I almost did a snatch there, must go below the hip crease, and you must take it up overhead, once again showing a demonstration that you paused at the shoulder before taking it up overhead. Now in the overhead position, we should see a stacking from wrist to elbows to shoulders to hip to knee to ankle. So if you take that from ground to the shoulder and you leave it out here, this is not in a locked out position and it's not in alignment. You must show full extension before you bring that dumbbell back down into that hang position. One thing to watch out for, and this happens a little bit often, is you can't have a support hand. So this hand cannot be touching your body in any way. You have to show that you are using only that one dumbbell and that one hand to perform the dumbbell clean to overhead. And then I talked about the stacking, but also when you take it up overhead, and let's say you do a push jerk, you have to open up the hips, you have to open up the knees before we bring it back down and perform that next rep. Walking lunge is pretty self-explanatory. It's gonna be distance-based, so we'll have it marked, we won't have it marked just yet, but you must show that the trail leg does make contact with the ground, and you have to, I believe, open up the hips all the way. Yes, you have to open up the hips all the way. So it's none of the short duck walk kind of motion. You have to open up the hips. You don't have to necessarily touch. You can glide through, or you can give a momentary pause, but don't want to get no rep on that. Make sure you make contact with the floor with that back knee. 15-minute AMRAP. So it's a rep scheme. It goes 3-3 lunge, 6-6 lunge, and I believe it continues to increase by 3. It's one of those workouts. It starts off fast, and we've done these workouts before. Be careful going out too fast. That can quickly turn into quicksand. So pick your pace, just try to sustain the pace, and just try to keep moving. So good luck on the CrossFit Open. Get excited. This is a workout that pretty much everybody can do. Check out the official documents in regards to the rules and how to make sure you know the points of performance, because it is up to you to just demonstrate to the judge, and it is to that you know the movement and perform the movement. It's up to the judge to uphold that. If you have questions, make sure you ask the coach on the gym floor. Otherwise, let's get ready to throw down.